They got out and they never went into my wardrobe. They went straight into his. I was like, thanks.
Yeah.
I tried them.
And then I managed to rip the knee out skating as well, like on the first time wearing them. So
I was just like, yeah, thanks.
hello everybody, welcome to a greatly average adventure, and welcome to this specific little region in the centre of Frohast that we like to call the Fragments. It's a D&D 5e campaign I'm playing with my friends, and these are my wonderful friends. We had a week break, but hello everybody. People were gigging, and John and Matt saw each other to play Vampire Masquerade.
Oh, werewolf.
In person, and we did nothing that day.
Sleep.
Doing nothing that day.
We went to bed.
We went to bed, I think. Yeah, we went to bed. Super excited.
All of us were in bed at 8:30 that night.
Yeah. And no, but we're back here. If we remember where our heroes had just emerged from, a cave structure beneath the ground in a pit, and you'd just destroyed.
Oh, I tortured a pudding thing to death.
You just destroyed a pudding person.
We literally sucked the life gems out of him.
You sucked.
Like,
you sucked rupees, essentially, out of a crucified squid boy.
For a second, I was like, I don't remember this, and then I realised that I wasn't feeling well.
No.
So I left that game out.
Yeah. So what had happened is you'd gone beneath. You'd met the bugbears.
Yeah.
Where did you get to in the
story?
story?
Oh no, we did. Yeah, it was the other one.
Yeah, it was Miff and Grell, our pet bugbears that we were, because we had a
yeah, pet bugbears.
Yeah, you had your two friendly bugbears, and you had been led to their shaman, their sort of leader, who had discussed with you. Well, you'd been led to an ambush essentially. And then you saw everybody that was in the ambush, and because I rolled,
and we had a chat with Harbour and Buffo and made friends.
Yeah. It turns out we've got a lot in common. We hate people.
A common enemy. It's fine.
And they had told you about an attack, or well, it was them attacking.
Yeah.
That they regretted.
That they seriously regretted, because there was an individual being led between the city of Kakanzax and the capital of Mordensout. And he had a token. They showed you a token, I believe, as well, didn't they?
Yep. And I think we got some paperwork from it as well.
Yeah, it wasn't much, but it was good.
I have a letter for John as well.
To
send him. Hold on.
It's just going to be a B.
It's the letter Z. Zoo, zip, ziggity, zap. No, it's not an episode of Sesame Street.
Yeah, got a scrap of letter left intact, handwritten, poor and scrawled haphazardly. To Leonard. I think everyone's seen this. It's in the downtime.
Oh, did I send you it? Yeah, to Leonard.
I is doing writing for you to crumb and result Kansas. So you got that bit right. Our mutual benefactor, really spelled like it was like craft work, as wanted us to meet and discuss future ventures. Also, there is gold hunting in these pods for you renowned collection. There you go. You have an open invitation, Dirg Blacksmith with an F of Kaganzax.
Did you just let your dyslexia run riot?
Yeah.
When writing that, you were like,
Yeah. I just went him.
I'll spell
It's
check and
basically
just
how I
go.
type in Discord anyway, but I didn't let autocorrect take its toll on that conversation. Yeah, so you have a letter to Leonard, who
from Dirk.
from Dirk,
Berg, who we've met.
Yeah.
you've met in
It could be
Couple
very
days.
disappointed if Berg is a pudding person.
Yeah, because you wanted to make things, don't you?
Yes.
Mm.
Toby, go away.
you met him in
Go away.
the
In Julian.
the one of the parlors in
Julian.
Julian's in Morningside.
He was playing cards.
It
Oh,
was
right.
a lot of
Exactly.
happy marriages, according to Charlie. A lot of marriages.
Oh yeah,
on
that was
day.
the one with the pit, wasn't it?
Yeah, like
Oh, God,
a
yeah.
cushion pile of debauchery.
Of
that
limbs.
they're very happy.
A limb pot.
Yeah, so you have been led, and I think the day would probably be coming down upon us at this point. You've been traveling a good day and then through the forest and meeting some strange
Well, I-
individuals.
I thought we were heading back, or we were going to camp with them and have a sort of a sit down discussion type thing.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening, and I'm thinking the day's drawing to a close at this point. You've done. What did we do? We did Druid covered in poo.
Ah, yes. Willowy elves.
Willowy elves lost in the forest.
Feral, the elven silk stuck in the forest.
Yeah.
Some strange going on in this little round of the woods.
Sniff and growl several times.
Yeah.
And then the ambush.
That didn't ambush. Basically.
Oh, we ambushed them just fine.
Yeah. You saw them at the
It
big.
worked.
There were spies on the edge of the forest that you saw.
Immediately.
And you went in, and
Immediately.
they found another, like, let's spy on them here. And you saw them, and then caught them, and then threatened them, and then put them on your car. Which is
That's normal, right?
Yeah, totally. Then we had a great discussion. Yeah. Growl the wannabe chef.
Stockholm
It's better than mushroom.
I don't know, like going on that. Anyway, so you are gathered around the campfire with the Harbour, who was the leader of the bug.
Harmer and Buffo. Yes, the brains and the brawn.
Yeah, Harbour and Buffo were gathered round the fire. There are several pits going, one with a pot and things stewing, and some sort of hunted meat over the thing. And there's talk of your Screesia going on.
Mhm.
So normally we don't let people through without a toll. Those Screesia look nice and tasty.
They probably are.
So how about we take one of those, and you can be on your way, and we won't say any more of this.
I thought we were going to discuss about our mutual enemy.
We could, but it's a lot of hungry mouths to feed around here, a lot of hungry bugbears, and that for supper might sweeten the deal.
Deal.
Well, hungry tongues don't often think that straight.
I will leave this to Jackson. Step to one side. There's the giant man mountain.
Yeah, but do you know what I'm seriously considering?
Oh, yeah, carry on. I like how he's so embarrassed. This is going to be great. I think it's a popcorn. What the-
I've got a plan.
I have got a plan. It's
Yeah.
a very Jackson plan.
Yay! I step back into the wagon just to get out of the way.
Jackson's plan is, well, he could get big and be like, well, we can make them less mouths to feed.
Okay. Yeah, that's a serious intimidation. Really?
Is
Really?
Yeah, it's you know, Do you know, I was until he mentioned it, I was yay far from offering one. And now he just pissed me off.
Asking, yeah, rude. Rude for asking.
He didn't even ask though. It was more implying that
Yeah.
They should. Yeah. That's rude, Buffo.
So he just pissed me off. So
Okay, so you get big. And Killian, where do you stand in this argument? Like Owen's like backed up and is like ready to G on the the polar bears or whatever.
Nope. I'm standing to one side of Jackson. I have no problem with standing next to his ankle because right now it's all I reach.
What's Killian's position on this? Where does Killian's? Well, I know Killian's probably on the quest for food, but so he knows that. Well, come on, you tell me.
the way Killian sees it though is these are his food.
Yeah, I get it.
You don't take his food. Killian doesn't share food. Killian does not share food unless he really wants to.
It's a dragon thing. It's a dragon horde thing,
Yeah,
Not gems, it's pastries.
it's food.
Yeah.
Just sat on a mound of creme brulee or something.
You went with creme brulee?
I don't know, just the first dessert that came in my head. I don't know why. It's like when you finally grow up, Killian, you're just like got your own horde, you got your little cave, just sat there with a massive bloated belly and a spoon on a heap of creme brulee.
It'd be
A
like,
spoon. Killian's gonna eat a creme brulee with a spoon.
It's
Angel Delight or whatever it is.
Oh, just sticky.
I see you sneaks in,
You see
hiding in the
Jack
shadows,
kind of-
moves from place to place, goes around the corner to see what giant horde of dragons. And I didn't mean to. I'll
I
see
didn't
myself
realise
out.
this was a private moment. Sorry. It's just smeared in cake.
Things I have seen cannot be unseen.
It's got to the point that even when he like goes to do dragon breath, you see like little sprinkles.
You were basically a confectionery, confectionery dragon. You just like it's just like
Oh my god, it's the most terrifying breath in the world. Ice cream breath. Ooh, tasty, but
Brain freeze.
brain freeze, psychic stack, brain freeze.
Yeah, you become restrained because you're covered in too much sticky substance. You just can't go anywhere. Yeah, Killian, you see Jack's kind of looking maybe a little bit like
Big.
this, and then stand up and start growing big.
He stands up and up and up and up.
Now let's go.
Uh-oh.
Who upset Jackson? Like that's Killian's first sort of. Who upset
Roll an
Jackson?
intimidation check. I'm going to say with advantage because you've got your compadres standing with you.
There's probably some rumors going around as well. It's like, fuck these guys. Hi.
He's got a badge.
I got a badge. True.
That was awful. I rolled a 2 and a 10, so 12.
12.
Nice.
Let's roll it.
They seem
against,
bigger.
Wiz.
Unfortunately,
Get it anyway because they rolled terribly.
Yay.
One of those games. That was a 6. So they go, all right. Didn't mean really much by it, but all right. We'll talk. What of this then? What do you know of it?
we know quite a bit about the creatures that make up the primary force of the Moor.
It's fine. I know, go to bed. It might be at Nanny's. If he's at Nanny's, he's at Nanny's. He'll be safe.
Uncle Bob will be looking after him.
Uncle Bob will give him a cuddle for you. Go on,
Go.
go and find one of the other tents. We'll check with Nanny. All right, go to bed.
I'll ring Nanny tomorrow and check.
Sorry, John. Please go ahead.
Oh, please, it's cool. All good? Cool.
Wait, wait a second.
Go out to bed. Shut the door, please. Good night.
She hovers on the bottom step. Yeah, she's going up there. Sorry.
There you go. Sorry.
And I used to do that. I used to just sit at the bottom of the stairs. The fear of missing out. Not listening. Right.
Alora Daisy.
Go to
Go.
bed. Yeah. Sorry, John. Please now continue.
You sure? We know a lot about these creatures, these beings that have given themselves over to this force, this creature called what we now know as the Maw. That the pieces of crystal that you saw fly out about, that Harmer saw fly out of your former captive, is what's animating them, changing them, and mutating them into the things that you see. It promises them power and more wealth or whatever they wish, their heart's desire. They seek out wealthy, privileged people who fear losing their privilege, who want more. That's why they do it. They look for leaders and weak-willed individuals, and they have formulated a cult, a church, if you will. And now we've been taking the fight to them. My brave companions have started all this. They took down at least a whole army in one of the islands in the aid of a dragon. Took down a force of water-based creatures. I dismantled a church that was harvesting the crystals from the ground. When I joined them, we freed the king of Mordensow from his eternal slumber, destroyed several of the more noteworthy individuals who were infected, willingly so, with these gems, this crystal stuff, and even took out the head of a church,
Heptar Island.
the leader of Heptar Island, who had willingly joined in this force of power, this vile abomination of flesh.
Ooh.
And now we go to Kanzax. We need a means of destroying them forever. Something that can destroy the crystal itself, the stuff that's infecting our world. Sorry, dog shadow. Giant dog shadow coming to consume.
Not a Halloween episode.
Yeah, but yeah.
They nod at you and say, how can a small village like ours assist you?
I will have shrunk down because it only lasts a minute.
Yep.
When you do business with your customers,
Yeah.
just do a quick check. So it's very easy to work out if these people are infected or not, because they don't have proper bones. So if you give them all a squeeze,
You will remember that you have found ones that are part infected. Also.
yeah, but they still had but I think everyone we had like at least some inkling of like their shoulders weren't quite right, or there was something.
From Killian's brother.
He was the only one who, because he was in armor, and
Yeah,
you
scales.
couldn't test him through the armor.
Yeah.
But basically,
sliding your hand up your brother's chainmail.
no, it just means you have to squeeze harder. You know, if he's like, you know those like stress toys where the sort of the ears and the eyes kind of bulge type thing when you squeeze them. You know,
He did that to a degree. He took the heart out.
Oh, that was later.
But
when you
like
flip the
initially, when
squeeze
you do the initial hug, you do that, and when his eyes and his ears bulge out, then you know you're kind of in the right sort of level. Just have to boost up Killian's
I'm not
strength a bit.
disagreeing with that at all.
The infected have an incision in their neck here, although it is probably healed over, where a small piece of the crystal is implanted. The area around the shoulder is what you're looking for.
Doesn't matter.
A softness in the shoulder that is obviously unnatural.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, just had to ask a question there.
We can filter those ones out if push comes to shove, I suppose, and get up close and personal.
And then
I know we don't want to come across another one of those. We've been a bit wary to do business with people coming through of late because of that one.
So why were you happy to like try and ambush us?
We've been talking about it, and we needed the money and the food.
Like, this is quite a big forest. I've got to, I mean, have I actually seen much in the way of wildlife?
Yeah, we've seen a bit of it. I mean, we've heard it anyway.
Yeah, you've heard it. It's been going through. It's like,
Surely there's enough sort of hunting and foraging and stuff in this forest.
but it doesn't get you the finer things in life.
Like what?
Very hard to hunt a bottle of wine.
Yeah, Buffo quite likes Harbour likes a glass in the evening or two, and I'm not unpartial to a glass of ale with Buffo.
I can just see his face and I'm like, oh no, what's he going to come out with?
Yeah, there's eyes up to the left going, huh?
Yeah, it's all so quiet. I'm just like, oh.
I'm trying to think what sort of
Response.
yeah, well, I'm thinking Jax would be like, well, no, it's probably too cold for bees because you could go for honey, and go for mead, but it's kind of wintry all the time here.
Yeah, it is. Oh, you do get bees and things. It's just there'll be the solitary. You need hive bees, and that's a temperate.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. So I'm trying to think of something you could sort of. I was kind of trying to think of something you could make out of like pine nuts or something like that.
Oh yeah, there's something like slow gin.
No,
There's like slow gins and things like that, and like there's like fake gins you can do.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of where
you can brew pretty much anything as long as you've got yeast.
Yeah,
I mean, it won't be tasty, but it'll be alcoholic.
almond milk.
if it's cold, it's much easier because then you can like sort of just take the ice off and
Well, they ferment in like on steps. They ferment yak's milk, so you ferment milk. I've actually had it. It's not great.
Start making Screeger like it's like Bailey's. Screege's Bailey's. It's lumpy.
Perhaps as long as it's got well, yeah.
It's
If anything like what they have, it's not great.
No, the way what was that shot you used to be able to get?
I
say you used to be able to get. You probably still can.
It's called a brain damage.
The brain damage.
red wine and Bailey's.
And red Curacao and vodka. I think we used to do it with.
Yeah.
I think it's red Curacao, vodka.
Or it was with sours.
Oh yeah, sours. Yeah, and then just pour in a shot of Bailey's so it would clot in the middle.
Yeah. Trying to drink that.
Yeah.
You are weird people.
Yeah.
That's almost like on a dare. We made this. It's disgusting. £10 a shot.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure at uni we used to call the red wine and Bailey's a snot.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that makes sense. Especially when you say student. Okay, there we go.
Jam donuts are amazing.
Oh, good. That was Bailey's and
it came in the round bottle.
What was the Hobbit used to have a different name? The pub in Southampton was called the Hobbit. It's ironically Lord of the Rings themed. It's a really old pub actually, but it's really cool, and it has cocktails named after the various characters. And I'm a person I like to go Lumor and Legolas. They're very, very good. Far too many of them, and I can't remember the flavors.
Back to our
anyway.
Yeah, sure.
So I will. Jack will give them some suggestions on things they could brew, and because it's nice and cold. Once it's brewed, You can like leave it outside and it freezes, and you take the ice off the top and it gets stronger.
They will look at this idea and they'll be like,
Bugbears. Yeah, I think don't think you truly understand the mindset of a
yeah, but we could just steal those things. I mean, do business with
You
those things.
could do, but then you're also running the risk of like upsetting people that you're trying to do business with and like getting your head.
Look, it's a tradition. People know that when they come to the forest, they have to pay a toll to move through the forest without any trouble from us. And they're quite, most people are quite willing to do it.
What about pitting people though?
They weren't so willing to do it.
Exactly.
That's what's put us off.
Exactly.
This idea of working, though, for ourselves to cultivate things. Not sure it's
Well, you do that to some degree already. You have your hunters and you have your people, and you've got your chef, you got Grell. He does the cooking.
Yeah, our hunters. And he gestures over to the two that were hunting you.
Well, maybe they shouldn't hunt people.
If they made enough noise for you to see them, imagine a sprightly deer or a bear. Or...
When he says you, I imagine it's like not aggressive, but almost. Thinking it's like, what do you mean you?
my eyebrows raised. Pardon? Beg pardon?
Yeah,
Did my gigantic ears deceive me?
Let's put this in a more. You're on a cart pulled by 4 polar bears coming across the ice wastes, snow blind, and they're in the trees. You saw them.
Yeah.
And then they try to get again, apparently.
Yeah.
And then you caught them.
Yeah.
So basically,
that's because
they've done
we're
the reverse
really,
of their
really
job.
good. We are really, really good.
But you've also got to look at the more you hunt, the better you get at it, because otherwise you get really hungry and you die. So, like, maybe they're just practicing the wrong skill. Because I think you should just let Grell do the cooking. You don't send him out on hunting. Just let him do the cooking for everybody.
With his skills, you could actually probably sell. You could probably sell his services.
Open a tavern, and you could have like sort of a way station in the middle of the forest, and people could come by. Then they'd pay you to for Grell to cook and stuff.
Well, you didn't tell me you could cook.
It's really good.
Actually, is really good.
And we've been fed at the Royal Palace down at Mortensale. And at the other one.
Who are you people?
What?
Who
I'm
are
Jack.
you people?
That's Killian, that's Charlie, this is Erwin.
Killian and Jax were like, oh, these are our names.
You've been to the palace.
Rescued the king.
I can't quite.
Captain of the guard, pointing to my badge again.
I find this.
Friends with Ellen.
Not really friends, Killian. I don't consider myself a friend. He's more of an associate of mine.
It's someone I once met.
It's someone it is necessary to do business with. But I'm sorry, Killian. I've got to keep him at arm's length. He freaks me out. He confounds my mind.
And this is coming from you.
He freaked me out. With you with tuft.
Look, you leave the tuft out of this.
Anyway, we're really good at our job. And our job, and any job we put our mind to gets done. This time, we're going to destroy them all. We would like you to at least keep an eye out when we come back this way. If you see anyone, we're not expecting you to fight them, but if you spot any unusual activity, if you see any people conversing and placing a finger up to their mouths in a form of strange salute. Perhaps keep an eye on them, maybe get a name or two, send the information our way. We need eyes and ears on the road. We need to be able to track their movements. They are trading crystals. We need to stop them doing that. Somehow.
There was a there was an orc that came through. Suppose that could have been the orc.
Can I describe Doug?
You can. He's quite a large chap with
Bit of a belly.
a balding middle, like thick black hair around the sides here, larger ears, more quite goblinoid ears actually for an orc.
What's it with everyone in goblinoid?
I'm just half expecting them to turn around and say all you orcs look the same.
Did he have a temper?
Not. I've not met him very much. I mean, we had a bit of a chat, and I was going to go and see him because he's quite a good smith. He makes good stuff.
Yeah, well, you can still see him for that. We just have an ulterior motive.
All right, count with us tonight. We agree to your terms that we will watch out and report back to you. How can we send you a message?
Good question. We'll be back this way. Just collect the information. We will come back and get it.
Okay.
All roads lead through here. You can't not travel through the forest.
We could give you a letter to take to the king, and like he could hold messages for us if you want to go up to Mordentown. I think Grell was quite interested in going and meeting Mama Oost. She's the king's cook. She's very good too.
She's amazing.
Yeah, I'd really like that. I'll take a letter up to Mordenstown. I've never been in the city before.
I give him a hand.
This is amazing. How is it so flaky?
And that's like the best part of a week old. You should try it fresh.
A week and a bit old now.
Thing is, they've been against my back, so they're like
Frozen?
Yeah.
Probably best if Erwin writes out a letter and sort of puts his badge on, seal on it or whatever.
I will.
Wax pushed into it, like, yeah, that's cool.
Earwax.
1 moment. I will hop up, go to the wagon, dive in the back of it, and pen a couple of notes actually. Pen a note. Yeah, pen a general note to the guards of who's saying the bearer of this note, Grell, the hobgoblin of the whatever forest this is. Yeah, I Owen the cobbler, honorary guard captain, do give notice that he is to be allowed to give a message to the royal court in with matters concerning the moor. He has information that needs to be collected. Please give him every opportunity and courtesy. Blah blah blah. Usual stuff.
Yeah, he Grell takes his letter and holds it so beautifully. He's like, "Oh, proper paper. Wow, it's beautiful. Keep it safe."
You'll need it. So yes, good idea.
He folds it and he puts it in like a leather collecting pouch.
I was expecting like crumple it up and shove it in a pocket.
I'll keep it safe.
He's lovely. Have you seen this guy? He's a beautiful cook. Very good with his hands. It's Grell. You're welcome to camp here tonight, either with us and share our spread, or You have your own fare.
We did bring supplies. We did not wish to impose more on your dwindling supplies, so do not take offence if we keep to our own knitting in that regard.
I would like possibly to speak to Harbour if they're available. They'll be over at the stew pot probably cooking. Yes. Okay, thank you. And he will go over to the what?
It just breaks me every time when you switch between voices and then you just go back to your normal voice, and I'm like,
Who's this person?
He goes. Charles will lift himself up from where he's crouched on a half cut piece of lumber and make his way over to Harbour. What are the rest of you doing?
Working from this meeting, I am probably actually going to go and fix tents and check on the animals and give Kinnigo his bindins and keep an eye on these thieving bastards. I mean,
very nice people.
no, I mean thieving bastards.
Hold on.
Like work? What's work?
They feast and they eat.
What are they?
Around the stove, around the cook pots and stuff, and this band of folk, they look pretty like nomadic to a degree, but there are some they're not permanent structures that they
are able to be dismantled and moved. That is the common thing in the ice.
Yeah, move where it's most verdant or it's most amount of food to go.
Seasonal.
You are led through the forests and more over the night. Are you doing watches?
Heck yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, well, I am. And when I get tired, I'll wake Jackson up so he can do his watch, so he can see.
Yeah.
So first watch with Erwin.
Yep.
Let's have a chart. Is it a D?
Let's see how low I can roll.
Let's see.
Rolling once is good, right?
Yeah, normally.
Yeah. It's very common, at least.
Hold on.
I am holding.
I found a new place to roll. Nice tables.
Ooh, nice.
Go on.
A
drink.
It's being so weird.
Do. Yes.
Where to go?
There it is. It's so annoying.
Is the doggy just playing up today?
A D8 and then a D12 and add them together.
Okay.
Have a drink. We'll get over there.
D8 and a D12 and roll.
Lick my finger. Have a drink or get on your chair.
I'm to go 17.
17. You feel during the night the ground rumble nearby, shaking.
I'm having PTSD flashbacks.
Shaking the bugbears, and they kind of a few of them stand up and look round, and then they settle back down after a while when the tremors stop.
From ear to the ground.
You hear with your beautifully attuned goblin hearing the sound of cracking ice, but it's not too near. It's a long way off from where you are relatively now, but you hear the ground pine.
I don't hear it, do I?
You're asleep, Killian Norn.
No, this is an ice shelf cracking, a calving effect event probably.
Yeah.
The crack is not. Where is the crack? Oh, is it ahead of us or behind us?
There is a where you are now, probably directly east of you somewhere.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
Map. Where's my map? Lovely map.
Lovely map, a wonderful map, lovely map.
Yeah, directly. Oh,
Technically, east and west of us,
that's
as the forest is slowly being cut in half.
I don't know. Yeah, it's not there. I can find my map on my phone. But yeah, probably directly east of you from where you are now, because you came in. Yeah, you came in the north part from the
Yep.
northern.
We're going south. Yeah.
But it settles down after a time, and they seem to kind of they brace for a bit, and just make sure that nothing falls over and nothing tips. The fire doesn't dislodge itself, and then they kind of go back to tending the fire and keeping the coals, keeping the embers going.
How long has this crack been growing?
Oh, now,
I mean, it's huge, so it's probably been a while.
yeah, you would have known it as long as you've lived, basically, and the towers that sit over it.
Yep.
have
Dude
also-
and knots, which is hilarious. The ice is carving in half. Let's put a tower over it. What? Why?
Because wizards.
Yeah, fair.
There's the joke.
I like the concept that the crack goes underneath it and the road just keeps getting longer and longer and longer further away. It goes just around that crack. There we go. You just have to build a bit more road.
Yeah, keep having to navigate past it. You don't want to be near that too much. Not a good place to be, really. Yeah, your watch then goes pretty much without a hitch, really.
I will wake Jackson up.
And Jackson, you are on watch.
Okay.
So you roll me. Let's go for. Yeah, let's roll me the same again, a D8 and a D12. So yes, it is. You're about there, Dino.
Okay.
I also got 17.
No.
No.
Oh no, it's fine actually. Yeah.
It just happens
Again,
again.
a similar thing happens. More rumbling. And you feel the ground quake, and they stand up again. They're a bit more anxious. Well, you didn't see them the first time, but there's anxious looks between the two of them that are watching and tending the fire.
That's probably been waking me up because I'm, it's like
Yeah, you got high passive, haven't you? So
16.
Don't look at me. I don't know. It's thing I'm fast asleep.
Fast asleep, Killian Norn. Fast off. Happily dreaming about. Now, Killian. Killian. It's white all about you, and snow whirls around your feet.
I'll just carry on.
And swirling in the mist in front of you is a sort of face in the drifts of snow, and spinning round. Now, Killian, please, you really must listen. It's important, you know.
As important as how croissants.
Your delight for pastries is quite incredible, but
Quite.
yes, quite. However, Killian, your ability to do the things you do is quite another. To continue to harvest pastry in the way that you do, you might find difficult if you don't pay heed.
Are you threatening my croissants?
Yes.
No, we're done.
Killian, I'm warning you.
So am I.
Last chance, Killian. You put your finger straight through a whirling piece of snow.
You're enjoying that far too much. Carry on.
I have your attention then?
I don't.
Are the croissants going to be safe? Wait, is the maker of the croissants going to be safe? Are you threatening Mama?
No, not particularly. It's of very little interest to me. There is something of interest to me, and you can assist me.
Was that me or you?
Mhm.
Okay.
And I would like some help with it. And I will continue doing what I'm doing for you.
What, turning up randomly when I'm sleeping? Or on... You were a bunch of tentacles.
I have been, yes, known to be that in other things too. Once I was the inside of a crab claw. I like to surprise my friends.
We ain't friends.
Associates.
Don't work for me either.
Mutual enemies?
Gifted business partner. We are in business, whether you like it or not right now. Oh, we're not.
I wouldn't call it business.
What would you call it? Do enlighten me, Killian.
Well, I wouldn't call it... I wouldn't say we're business partners.
Where are we going with this?
You, when hearing the ground quake, hear Killian giggling in their sleep. A sound you've never heard from a dragonborn before.
No, so it popped in my head and I was like, just don't say it. And it just made me giggle. Sorry. Oh.
What would you call it, Killian?
Yeah, I'll be getting up in my bed. An annoyance.
Annoying.
Yeah, you just keep popping up out of nowhere.
Well, I find you quite annoying, Killian, when I'm just trying to finalize a deal. You've had plenty from me for quite some time, and now payment is coming due. Is all. Do you not think you should pay up on your deal? Do you not honour your debts?
How much took that?
Is that what you say?
No. Killian's just looking him up and down like, is he okay? Like, he's looking where, you know, like, because it's just like a floating head.
Yeah, it's just, well,
But
it's
it's
kind of
that
like a
kind of-
misty form. It's like there's a void of snow where this
Yeah,
thing
but
is
it's
manifest.
Killian's still like, is dude okay?
I assure you I'm fine, Killian.
Can you read mine?
Among other things, Killian,
What am I
come on.
thinking?
that you very much dislike me, that you're quite confused as to what's going on, and whether you're going to have croissants for breakfast in the morning. Yes, you kept 2. Yes or no, Killian?
What am I agreeing to?
You continue to be able to operate in the way that you do. And I require something in return. You're heading to a place, Killian, a rather splendid place, Kakanzak's. Within Kakanzak's, there is a library. And within that library, there is
A book.
not
Lots of books
yes,
and scrolls.
indeed, Killian. You are wiser than one gives you credit for. They really don't give you enough credit for the genius of this party, do they? Now, Killian, there is also artifacts within that sacred hall, a restricted area, zealously guarded.
I just like the concept. I'm making a deal with the devil, and I just can't keep a straight face. This is just the funniest thing in the world.
No. I'm trying to focus. And all I can hear is that playing a drum and singing from us.
He goes, the being says to you, within that library, there are artifacts zealously guarded by a rather powerful mage of sorts. In there is a blade. It's a simple knife. I'd like you to retrieve that from me. That's ideal. For now.
Have you got legs? Get legs.
Legs are something like yes.
Why
Or
don't, you,
could
why don't you get it then?
it is warded, the place, and specifically warded against myself. Do we have a deal, Killian?
Yes.
I can read minds.
No.
Are you agreeing or not agreeing to this? Does it count?
Both, actually, it turns out. I think not taking it seriously. That's what's happening here.
No.
Okay. You call next time you're willing to take me seriously. I'll leave you be. Sleep well, Killian. One of your croissants has gone off. And then from out of your dream.
I wake up and I'm like checking in my bag like no.
What's wrong? It's a croissant.
It's so
It's
What?
gone off.
It's what?
It's gone
It-
off.
Oh. Well, they will eventually. It is just pastry.
Killian,
It is just pastry.
Is it my turn for watch, or are you going next?
Sorry. Shh. Jackson's on watch.
I launched this croissant at Erwin. It's not just pastry.
And can you dodge it? Thank you very much. I get out of the way. I can dodge. Nope.
I think with your decks, you're not going to have to make it through. It's just,
Ooh, next 18. I get out of the way.
yeah, just straight.
It's still
It is a mighty
the rest
shot.
of it.
Oh yeah.
The threat is there. Yes, and all that. That's fine.
You're not meant to be looking for it right now, and I've been hearing you play musical instruments and singing.
Go to bed,
Back
please.
upstairs.
I haven't
Get-
been playing it.
You're playing something drumming on the stairs. Can you go to bed?
Please
Go and
find
a different
somebody
table
else
and
that you
go
want to go
sleep
to bed
that way.
with.
No, go and cuddle Tinker then. Right. Sorry. Charles will roll back over and say, "Killing, you go. I'm very tired."
He goes and picks up the croissant that he launched at Owen and launched it at Charles.
Okay, Killian, I'll go. You go back to sleep.
It's just like
I just want the peace. And Killian will walk back out.
No.
He's like
Sure.
got his eyes like when you try to open your eyes in the morning, but this on
I
an
know.
Aarakocra is quite incredible because they're just so like
Slits.
wrinkled and like little slits like on the side of the head, like trying to peel them
I'm-
open.
I love that. I can't see in the dark, and I'm going to watch. My eyes almost glued shut. I'm just
Yeah.
guessing that no one's coming.
Ugh. Owen, what are you doing up? You had first watch.
Ice quakes.
Oh. Nearby?
Well, probably not. But to the west and east of us is the Great Crack. So it's
Oh.
it's gonna be another. It's gonna be another year of it. What are you doing? It'll be another year of it growing, I think.
Well, speaking to Harbour, they've said that it has been expanding somewhat for some time.
It's been getting warmer.
They say that the tower's experiments are not helping.
We saw underneath Mordensound, that river through the ice.
oh,
There's probably hundreds of them just flooding all over. Yeah.
Sorry, Erwin, this is not the time for discussing. You go back to sleep. I'll go out and relieve Jax of his watch.
Mm-hmm.
oh.
What is it, Killian? Have you got gas? That looks like your gas face.
I'm not a baby.
Imagine Killian. Everything plays out perfectly on Killian's face. Every emotion is just subtly transmitted through that scaly demeanour.
I just had a thought.
Did you?
Don't say that like it's a rare thing, bastard. Right, so you know when Killian and Erwin
Mhm.
were down under, and there was the bridge going across
Mhm.
that somehow didn't. Was it me, Killian, and me?
You and Erwin, yeah, going the wrong way round.
Yeah.
Back to
When that got broken, would that have had any effect on anything?
back to the Thackelbrow residence. You were heading underneath.
Yeah.
Through the tunnels.
Would that have had any effect on anything
In terms of
above?
Unlikely.
As above, so below.
see much evidence up on the streets.
Okay. But with the river going under, that's probably global warming.
Well, you've experienced a seismic disturbance in the near vicinity of a something, if you remember.
Oh yeah, the Moor Church. I think it caused the quake and basically bridge. So.
Because when you fought the Candlefolk, it shook the room.
Oh, interesting. Maybe the big old shard is actually warming up the oceans and then basically melting the ice. It's trying to free itself from the ice, perhaps. I don't know.
Yeah, what if it's like
it's going to split the ice sheet across, so it's completely separated off, and this got its own little ice boat. It's going to go floating.
It's like, it's gonna be like that spaceship.
That's a good question, actually.
What spaceship?
Our
Diamond spaceship that didn't.
Could very well be.
Whoa. That's gonna be No, but you know what are those things? And you plug them in. And
A salt lamp.
yeah.
Talking about salt lamp.
Yeah. I'm very tired. Like, yeah, is it going to be like one of them?
A salt lamp that shoots up to the
No,
moon.
no, that's like, because you know in salt lamps, sometimes they leak.
Hmm.
Is it like
Wait, what?
that? But salt
They
lamp.
Yeah, leak.
Yeah, well, your mum's did.
It fragmented.
Yeah. But is it going to be like that?
Oh, I see. Oh, did you just give the game away? It's like you think you're supposed to pull apart and goes, I've got a story.
Just looked at a salt lamp once. Oh yeah,
Don't,
great plot.
I'm not even, no, we'll talk about it during the
That's
break.
why it's melting in the ice. It's a salt lamp. It's just dissolving this. Yeah.
But is it like that, but in the ice? So it's like
There is something.
almost like when it's switched on.
There is something like that you've seen on the maps that you've been given. That is shardful. You've seen a piece of crystal wedged into the ice itself, into the bedrock.
But we don't know because we never went there. We'll have to ask about it. I'll put on the list. We're not actual the.
One of the places we were going to go to.
Yeah, but it's also the ice around it melting, or is it still just in the ice?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
that's
what
what
you
I'm
need to
thinking. Is it kind of
experience.
Well, we can test it. We've got enough of this pink rock. I can just stick it in some ice in a bucket and see what happens.
yeah, like a bottle of champagne?
Actually, what? Where the short the champagne come from?
Ice bucket.
He
Oh,
was
okay.
sticking it in a bucket.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Bottle of champagne, just
It's a Dragonborn thing.
It's yeah. It's like, oh, you should have a bucket of ice doing experiments. Oh, excellent. Well, while you do it, can you have my champagne chilled?
no. No, I said like it's a bottle of champagne.
Can you imagine
Okay.
that champagne fetching out of the pink crystal? It's the coldest champagne you've ever drank because
With some
is
serious
from the
consequences.
depths of space. It's
Oh,
that chilled,
shit.
and you drink it because you drink it from the bottle. Obviously, you trip balls,
And then you wake up in
And
the
then
morning.
you turn into a pudding person.
You wake up in the morning with a tattoo and you joined a cult. Who knew?
Why not? They
Yeah.
give you a cool necklace.
That was a good night.
What the hell just happened? Yeah, I could tell you some stories about waking up in weird places. Anyway,
Anyway, sorry. It was
actually, it's not a bad idea. Jackson, it's not a bad idea.
Well, we can't close it now, so we now need to be worried that they can.
Detect it. Oh, they will be able to detect it. Oh, well.
So it might call people to it.
I will get my hammer and chisel out. Get hold of the piece of get hold of the bit of rock, of the thing. Wear some gloves, and chisel out a shard out of the red thing.
Just out of interest,
Hmm.
are bigger on the inside wagon that has windows
To other places.
to other places? Have we actually opened the window?
No.
Can we
Well, no,
open the
yeah,
window?
you have to open the window to look out the front. If
So
you want to
when we
because
look
it's got
out
a
over
little shutter.
Over the lake?
You haven't done as yet. You guys haven't done, I don't think.
Can we open the window to look outside the wagon?
Yes, when you open the window, you see blackness, darkness.
I have a new plan.
I'm there just positioning the thing. Yes, what's that?
What we do is we put this in like sort of one of those little net bags and we hang it out the window because there's nothing there.
Let's test that first. I get a shoe. I get a shoe. I put it on a piece of string. I use these laces as the string, tie it out there, hang it out the window, close the window so it's attached. Count to 50.
Mhm.
Reopen the window and pull the string and boot out. Does it come back?
Is anybody outside the car while this is happening?
about 20 or
No.
30 bugbears.
Oh yeah, the bugbears are, but we're all sitting there looking at this window going, "There's nothing."
Oh, and no, Charlie is. Charlie's outside. He's doing his watch. He's doing the watch.
Charles is outside on watch on the front of the cart. He is a slide
Bonk.
behind him, looks round and sees like a black square open up in the cart.
There's like a tiny little thud as the shoe hits the
And it goes, the shoe comes out
With a string.
on the bench next to him, tied to a piece of string. Charles looks at the shoe for some time. Then the shoe returns through this black portal. And Charles pays him.
It's nothing.
Charles just
Flies away.
Charles just I'm sure they had a plan.
See? It worked. You've still got a shoe.
Charles voice and I'm laughing. Oh.
You've still got a shoe, and like if it's nowhere, then they can't detect it.
What is there? What is it? Like a bag of holding out here? Do you know what's going on?
Well, the next test.
Put my hand through it.
Oh.
I can feel wood. Ah! So just touch me.
Keely shoves Erwin out the way. He's like,
Stop prattling about, Killian.
Do we hear that?
Yeah.
Put my head through.
It's like your head is on a blue screen, but it's a black screen.
Yeah.
And it's kind of just levitating in this small square.
Owen Holly.
Dabbing.
Oh. Oop, put my head back through.
Mhm.
It goes outside.
Oh. Well, it was a good idea.
Sorry, Charlie. Close the window.
He puts his head through. It's
Oh.
okay.
Oh, that's, that is
it
freaky.
is.
That is freaky. Head disappeared. Yeah.
I put my hand back through and poke Charles and then quickly put it back in it.
You stop tormenting Charles.
I'm going up these
Please.
stairs.
Or can you design a trap so if anyone like comes in and sneaks up to it, that you can like catch them or set alarms or something?
This I can do. I will probably do that.
Mm. Where do you store this device?
Well, I've been carrying it around, but
Yeah,
that's
just because-
it's closable.
But you're probably still carrying around just in a bag on you.
Yeah,
Because technically, the safest place for it to be is with us. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been in my backpack, but now I can't close it. Do we want to hide it somewhere, or I can carry on carrying it? I don't mind.
It will always be safer with us than hidden somewhere. Because if they can sense it, it's just a matter of time before someone affiliated with them finds it. So having it with us is still the safest place for it. And we want them to find us, ultimately.
Well, I could actually do with catching one rather than like
Yes.
killing more.
Well, we had to
Because I
find
like
one first.
talk to them.
Once we find one properly first.
Well, I mean, I think we just go and have a chat with Dirk, to be honest.
Does Jackson want to pet?
Remember, Dirk may not actually be part of it. He just may be a pawn.
Do I want a pet?
What?
Yeah, the way you keep going on about you want to capture one of these things and keep it.
Oh,
No, I want to catch one and ask it questions.
do you think it's going to answer any of those questions?
A toy then? Clay.
I don't know. We can try. I mean, they caught one.
Yeah. It didn't seem very responsive.
No,
And they had tortured it for like a long time.
quite a while.
Yeah.
He was quite cut up.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm just not sure if people so loyal to the cult, if they are Puddinized, would be willing to give up or divulge, because ultimately they'll be controlled by the more.
Well,
I mean, the witches, the hags, we could actually reason with, because they were associates, not infected, not promised, but not given anything, you know?
well, we can go and try and find the other one.
I imagine it was probably going to try and find us. We are in its house.
No, we're not.
Oh, okay.
It's our house. This
Oh.
is this.
It's
Okay.
a separate caravan.
Ah, okay.
Caravan, non-TARDIS.
We have.
We took a load of stuff from them,
Right.
and you track their
Sister.
other self, whatever they are.
Yeah.
In a room forever.
Yeah. I know that one. I feel a bit bad about that. I haven't told you about the yeah. Okay.
You haven't told us about what?
Um, I did not say that. I am smarter than that.
Anyway, should we head on to Kikanzax? How far is our travel from the forest to Kikanzax?
Yeah, you gotta get through the forest for a week and then another week outside. I think we said 3.
Okay.
2, and then 3 to get there. Charles comes back in and says, "Killian, your turn for watch. I've had enough. It started to snow."
Come on, Killian. Please.
You go.
Come on. Please.
You do.
When he said it started to snow, Killian's
Oh yeah, this is your ideal habitat.
Yeah.
It's a white dragonborn shower.
Yeah.
Not snowing hard enough.
You actually blow up to make it come down. Sorry, the dog is woofing in its sleep.
Is that
Do
the
you-
dog?
Yeah.
That's the dog in his sleep.
Oh, dreaming about chasing things.
So ridiculous.
So quiet. It's a fully full bark as well. It's a full on woof, but
So
did you hear that
there was a
word?
bit of a growl coming there on that one. Killian, as you're out in the snow and you're sitting there chilling,
Yeah.
what do you think about? What are you thinking about? What does the day? What hopes? What dreams does?
I'm thinking about croissants,
Yeah,
obviously.
mama,
yeah,
breakfast,
yeah.
how to annoy Charlie,
Coming up the
another way to annoy Charlie, dinner, another way to annoy Charlie before he falls asleep.
Yeah.
Snacks.
Is there anything that drives Killian forwards at all? Do you think of home at all ever? No?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Now you've kind of stated your dominance in that realm
Playing big boy.
by defeating your stepmother. And would you roll me a D12 and a D8? Promise, we're not going to do loads and loads of watches because it's very boring doing too many watches. But get some encounters in here.
I just touched your dice.
They've made me lucky, you've made me lucky.
Hopefully I haven't. That one. That one. That one.
Yeah. And add them together and tell me what you get.
13.
13. Unlucky for some. Unlucky for you, Killian, no?
How?
Oh, the weather gets worse.
sunshine.
When you say work,
So it's snowing.
yeah.
Now it's snowing and there are strong winds. So your visibility is poor.
Is it the middle of the night?
It is.
Killian had shit visibility anyway. What does it matter?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying this weather seems to be setting in, and the storm is. You're loving it, really. You are
Killian's
so
literally-
cold.
He stood there. Like,
Have
he's
you
not-
taken your top off? It's like, "Ah," like standing there like,
Not just top, completely.
yeah,
Is
Michael
it
Jackson.
is it the equivalent of a Swedish sauna sort of thing?
Yeah. You're just standing there like basking in this.
Like
I can actually see
down.
Killian on there. Still hero pose, tail outstretched, nose nozzle up to the sky. Wind
And
whipping
we'll feel
around.
some bugbear trying to keep the fire going. Then they look up, see that, and give in. Just back it all.
Really
back it
cold,
all
mate.
away. Hey, not seen one of them like that. Oh. And then they just back away, go inside their tents and whatever that they have with them to shelter from this stormy weather. The trees
Why
bend.
would a naked dragonborn look
That's some fanfic for you to find later.
like?
Not
I
right
don't
now.
really want to.
You'll find it. You
No,
will
I
find it.
really don't want to. I'm
It
not even going to search it.
is 5:30. Shall we have a quick break before the dawn breaks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Let's have a quick break, get some coffee or whatever we wish.
I should get some coffee. I am tired, boy.
Yeah, I'm
Cool.
I've got my first day back tomorrow, so I'm trying to mediate coffee with being able to go to sleep easy so that I get up.
You could normally you literally take a cup of coffee up to bed, drink it, and pass out. Most
Yeah.
of it.
There's a
Cool.
trick.
Right.
isn't there?
I'm back in a sec.
Yeah, all
All
right.
right.
Certain audiobooks.
And having the dog in the bed.
Oh yeah, dog guys.
Having one of the dogs in the bed, you're like, "Nip, I'm done."
Oh.
I'm starting out of that.
You're doing really well.
Oh,
You're engaging. You did really well with that creature.
I keep yawning now. It's annoying.
That's all right. That's
I don't know
designed
what's,
to
I
keep
don't
you
know
awake.
what's made me tired. That's the thing.
Walking up the hill in the cold, running into a nice warm house, and feeling yourself. to
I
death.
think that's what it is. The fact that it was cold outside. I came in, the house was boiling hot.
And then
I-
body weight chilling.
Yeah, chili nachos. I think that's the problem there. Yeah.
Save it. You've had one fortune. That is fair enough for anybody. Look at me like that coming on your dinner face.
What do you mean dinner face? Have I got dinner on that face? I've had a shower.
No, you like looking at me and like, can I have some more dinners? No. You cannot have any more dinners.
Dinner snacks? Snacks?
I don't know how you can possibly fit another iota into your belly.
Because it's not dinner. You have two bellies, right? You have top belly, bottom belly. I have main belly, snack belly. No matter how full main belly is, I have snack belly. That is my problem. We have snack belly, you have two bellies, we have two bellies. Main belly, snack belly. You have top bottom, we have main snack. And snack. Girl, your snack. Give me the food. Oh, I'm getting crazy. Oh, dear, my face hurts. What's wrong with me? What's that?
I did text James in the end about opening.
Oh yeah.